If you want to come and see one of the most scenic stables in operation, then this is definitely it. Kinneston, home to Nick Alexander. He knows plenty about training winners up here in Scotland and across the north. So we're going to get some of his big name horses and their targets for this season. But this is absolutely spectacular, so get ready for some superb views. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Tote's YouTube channel and get all our stable tours as they hit, as well as top ambassador content from the likes of Danny Mullins, Tom Marquand and Brodie Hampson. So this has always been in the family, has it, Nick?
No, we've sort of bought it. We've been here a long time, it's late 80s. But yeah, we bought it. It's not a historic family place, as it were. We bought it then, and but only really been doing this seriously for about 12 years, I suppose.
Yeah.
We had a few horses here. Father had a permit, then I had a permit, and then I just enjoyed winning too much, so wanted to win more, needed more horses, so and that's how it got going.
And was it Sarah Bradburn that came to sort of be assistant here, and then the
Susan,
better type horse?
Susan Bradburn.
Susan, sorry.
Yeah, she packed in training in 2013. She never was really assistant. She used to come along in the mornings, but she sort of packed in and very kindly passed a few owners over here. And to be honest, she'd had a rubbish last couple of seasons, which meant that the horses arrived pretty well handicapped, so made us look good.
Yeah.
But just luck.
The winning happened really a bit quicker.
Yeah. But we always bring the horses up to here to warm up. They just sort themselves out into the order that they're going up the gallops in. Once they've walked a couple of times around here, they'll just start jogging, and then some of them will peel off to go to further away gallops, and some of them will stay in here a bit longer, and they tend to meet up towards the end of the lot.
Where are we looking back towards here, Nick? That's obviously Lochleven.
There's Lochleven there, yeah. So that's sort of due south.
Okay, yeah.
Sun coming up west.
Yeah.
So it's all Dubai Days.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. He's an older horse now, but he's been a very consistent campaigner over the years. Won lots of races. He's 11, so we'll be running him in veterans chases.
Yeah.
That's the plan for him. Ned Tanner's behind him. He won at Ayr and Haydock last season, I think.
Improved £10 throughout the season.
Yeah. We did his wind, and we also gave him some ulcer medication. I think that both of those combined to, I can't quite work out which one improved him, but he'll certainly, I hope he can progress again this season. He's won pretty much every season we've had him. Well, it was one season, his first season out of novice company chasing, when he didn't win, but he's sort of about 120.
Yeah, 121 over fences.
Yeah, so I think he can go higher still. Behind that was Kingsman Male.
Yeah.
He's a unraced brother to Elvis Male and Ginger Male, and Leicester Male, who won a bumper last season. So
you know a lot about that sort of.
Yeah, I'm delighted to have so many of the family. They're really good, and he should be a nice horse. He's just taken a long time. They didn't really do anything with him in France, and he arrived about a year ago, and he looked like a Highland pony. So we hope he can fit in. But I tried to get him on the track last season, just couldn't quite get him there. Yeah. So those guys are off to the other gallop. Okay. These guys, again, some of these guys will go that way as well. And this is Donny Boy.
Yeah.
He's a good horse. He's just beaten by Sharjah at Ayr in April 24, and then ran a great race with the form worked out well, when second at Ayr first time out. And I think he maybe jarred himself up a bit that day because he didn't run any race at Newcastle on fighting fifth day. He was running in the rehearsal chase, and he didn't. He came back with a leg that day, so he's had his year off since then. So we won't bring him out too soon, but I'd like to think that although he's getting on, there's plenty of ability there.
What's he been like to train? I noted he'd had plenty of breaks between runs and stuff.
Yeah,
back.
He takes his races quite hard.
Yeah.
He's a typical sort of Westerner where he wears his heart on his sleeve and he puts everything in, and as a result, it can knock him back a little bit.
Yeah.
One at the back there's Platin Moon.
Yeah.
He was second in his last start. It was a juvenile last season. He's a big horse to be running as a juvenile. He was second on his final start at Kelso. I really wanted to run him again, but the drying ground just stopped me.
Yeah.
He's rated 100, 4-year-old, but he's got to be a lot better than that. I think he ran once, and we bought him in Arcana November last year. He'd run once on the flat at Clairefontaine and was just beaten. Well, he was third, beaten a length or something like that. So that was his only start on the flat. But he looks all right, good jumping type. One in the middle, Scarlet Jet. Yep. He's a nice novice from last season. He won a maiden by 10 lengths at Perth in April. Been given a stiff enough mark.
Yeah, £12.
Yeah, put him up 12 for that exactly. Yeah. So I try and find a novice for him. There's an awful lot of maidens and not very many novices, but we could have a 2.5 to 3 mile novice for him. There's one at Kelso next Sunday. Probably won't quite be ready, and the ground won't be right for him, I wouldn't think. But we'll hopefully find something in October to start him off, and then if he did well in that, he's a novice until the end of November, so we might look for a better type of novice for him before he goes handicapping, because these horses, he's pretty inexperienced to be going handicapping off 117 or whatever it is.
Yeah, 119.
So we'll head up to the other gallop. With 3 all other gallops, a hill gallop, which these guys are working on, very stiff. Just starts here. The other gallops are further away, so they have a longer warm-up and then go on to that gallop. The ones that are going on the sand gallop, some of them will then work on the carpet gallop, and then some of them will come back and join these on this gallop. And that's a sort of, we've got our owners' day tomorrow, so they're going to have an easy day tomorrow, so we're going to do quite a lot with them today, yeah.
How are you feeling going into this sort of jump season proper now? I'm just reading that you thought the weather got
I'm very
the best of you last year, maybe.
Last year we had a lot of our better horses were injured, so we didn't have the horses to run in the better races. We were a bit unlucky that way, and the weather didn't really play ball for us either, because generally our horses, I suppose I can paint them more confidently on when the ground's a bit softer. I'm always a bit nervous on fast ground. But I think we've got a lovely bunch of horses. We've got a really nice intake of about a dozen new horses. The yard's full, which is great. So we just have to keep doing little by little every week and hope that nothing goes wrong. Well, a new speeding sign here, one of those speed sensors. Try and just get the work riders to always be thinking about what pace they're going. This is as fast as we'd ever want to be going on here, really. I imagine they're going about 22, 23 miles an hour, but that's fast enough on here. We'll go into the middle here.
Would you be somebody who trains using data and stuff and all that?
A little bit. No, we have used heart rate monitors and stride length things, but to be honest, it's just a bit too much science for me, really. We do look at the speeds that they're going at. So we didn't. We thought we'd give him an easier day because he was a bit quiet. He didn't really look like he wanted an easier day. I'll just keep going. I weigh them, and take the temperature. We do a lot of monitoring, but we don't really. We just, it's really, with us, it's just about trying not to go too fast more than anything. Speed?
Can't see it.
Can't see it?
No.
It's bright, sun's too bright.
Unless, I don't know if you could see it then, 21.
21. You okay? All okay? Thanks for coming in, Jess, and helping us out. Thanks for coming in, Lisa.
Would you be gearing them up for the early part of the season? Or?
And
have a run,
all
yeah.
this lot, we've got 7 hopefully to run this week at Perth,
Yeah.
and they've been a slight, what I've called the advanced party, where we've put a bit more work into them a bit sooner. I don't really, none of this lot really want to be running till the end of October.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'd hope to have them ready by then. A lot of the sort of Wetherby,
Yeah.
Newcastle, Haydock, none of those tracks start racing until that time of year. So that's.
And you always have winners across all of them, don't you? Especially the Scottish ones in Haydock.
Yeah, we have a good record at Haydock. I love Haydock. It's easy. It's relatively easy to get to, in that it's just we're onto the motorway 10 minutes from here, and you're on the motorway then until you're 2 minutes from Haydock, and that just makes it a bit easier, and we can do it. It's about 4.5 hours in the lorry, but we can do it in the day quite easily. I generally prefer not to overnight them unless we have to.
You've had some nice winners there as well. Stainsby girl with
Kit on board.
Kit on board, yeah.
But here it's all about just getting the horses relaxed in a constant rhythm, cantering.
Yeah.
They're not trying to beat any speed records at all. They're just trying to relax and get in the rhythm, because for jumpers, they've got to relax in their races. If they won't relax in their races, then they won't win races, because they're too far to go to run with the choke out, as it were.
Do you think they get better as they get older with that as well? Just because your strike rate is best over fences, then it improves from bumpers to hurdles then to fences. So
yeah, and I think we nurture the horses. We don't have the type of owners that want to see if they're good enough for Cheltenham, and if not, sort of move them on and try and find another one next year. Our owners want their horses to last. He's 11.
Yeah.
He's 9. He's a young horse. That's Travail d'Orfèvre there. I didn't talk about him. Should have talked about Ombre de Guerra. He's a nice horse.
Yeah, he was second to Colwell Potter, wasn't
and then won his other 2 starts
won his
last
other 2,
season. Had a little setback.
So that looks rock solid now.
So his form is pretty good. We will go somewhere in between so we can watch a bit of both. And then we'll probably go up the top of the hill gallop next lot.
When we were just on about tracks there, 23% strike rate at Aintree, 5 winners there.
Yeah, Aintree been.
That's pretty impressive.
It's. I don't like running there unless I think we've got a chance. Yeah. And it has been kind to us, and I think maybe just about all of those winners would be over fences, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe had one hurdle winner there. But yeah, so we haven't been as busy there the last couple of years, which is annoying, and I fully intend to be busier if I can find the right races for the right horses this year. So they've met up with the guys who stayed on this gallop, and they'll all come the whole way up in pairs. Not going fast, because it's, you couldn't possibly go fast up there, and I'm always keen they do all their work on the bridle. Occasionally have to give a little bit of a slap and a kick on this steep bit at the end of all that work, but generally we just try and keep them on the bridle. There's Scarlet Jet and Platinum Moon in front, followed by Donny Boy.
It's not going anywhere.
Ned Tanner with Kingsman Male, Ombre de Guerra, and Theme Tune, Dubai Days, just lobbing in behind.
I was reading that it was listed in an interview you did that Golf, cycling, skiing, walking, eating and drinking are your hobbies? In which order?
Well, I'm terrible at golf, but I'm
Yeah.
quite good at eating and drinking.
Yeah, same.
And I love skiing. I love cycling. Yeah, cycling's slightly fallen by the wayside a bit. Too many people who've had smashes, so I get a bit nervous. So I don't like going out with someone. And my son that I used to go out with a lot, he lives in London now, so don't get many chances.
I suppose you're in the right part of the world for golf anyway.
Yeah. No, I do. I play golf
golf
about
courses.
10 or 12 times a year, really, but practice doesn't seem to make me any better. That's for sure. So that's 3 weeks since he's had his wind up, or 4? Is it 3 weeks since we did his wind, or 4? Is it 3 weeks or 4 weeks since we did his wind? 3.
I suppose that's the equine version of a dip in the sea, isn't it, basically?
Yeah. It's I see it as a sort of rugby players or tennis players' ice bath.
Yeah.
It's very cold water, completely chills their legs. It also has the added benefit of washing all the surface off as well.
Yeah.
But it, it's
Any inflammation, I
great.
suppose,
Any
it's already
any
getting to work on.
inflammation, it knocks it on the head. And we'll have at least a dozen horses all standing it at night for 15 minutes, just to if they've got any inflammation, any sore joints or anything like that. Just follow me through if you like.
Yep.
It won't bite you. Giving them all a soapy bath. They look nice and shiny for Owner's Day. And they cool off. A bit nippy for them for cold water, but they've had a hot bath, so it'll do them good. That's a young horse, Lapel du Large, he's called.
Yeah.
It's a Great Pretender brother of 4 black type horses. I bought him as a 2-year-old in Deauville, and thought he'd be an ideal one for those juvenile national hunt hurdles.
Yeah.
But he's been very backward. He's still, as you can see, he's sort of very much covered in puppy fat, if you know what I mean. But he's going to be a nice horse one day, and we've certainly taken our time with him. You'd have thought, being bred the way he's bred and buying him as a 2-year-old and breaking him straight away, that he'd have come to hand quite quickly, but he hasn't. And he's a 4-year-old now, which is just fitting in with the natural cycle of a jump horse. But he'll be a nice horse one day.
Is that something you do, buy a lot of 2-year-olds to
Occasionally,
break them in yourself?
I wouldn't buy a lot. We buy 1 or 2, and we breed a 1 or 2. So we do break them all as 2-year-olds now. They are developing more of a program for getting them going younger, which is a good thing. But I think it's good that they're trained younger. I'm not so certain it's good for them to be racing younger.
Yeah.
You don't get many French horses running around as 9 and 10-year-olds.
No.
We did a couple of years ago now, and
Beautiful.
it's all the colours just used to hang in a wardrobe in the house, and it was always right bother finding each set each time, scrambling through them.
Yeah.
So this was just a sort of dump of a room with nothing in it really at all, just sort of a few old wheelbarrows and stuff. So it's come up really well.
Yeah,
I'm really
done a great
pleased with
job.
it. And so now when owners come in the morning and they're waiting for me or whatever, if it's cold or it's raining, they can come in here and
Yeah.
get a cup of coffee or whatever. And all the racing kit then comes back in here and gets turned around and the colours washed and hung up again. And,
Tell us a bit
works
about
well.
Lakeview lad there. He was well
Yeah.
fancied, wasn't he, for that Grand National? Tiger Hall's
Yeah.
second one, was it?
Yeah, it was a disaster. Henry Brook had brain freeze. got stuck in the car park. But it was one of those classic ones. If they'd gone the first time, it was a full start. If they'd gone the first time, he was in position A.
Yeah.
By the time they got the second time, he was miles out on the outside. And then he ran it again, fell at the first, took a perler with Brian Hughes on board. But no, he was a great horse for us, though. He won lots of races.
Yeah.
I don't think he did, because I think I'd have seen it. I'll check, though. But do you think it's all right to run him over too?
Probably. I think he might need to run anyway, to be honest.
Hey, Ginge. Yeah, he lost his form at the end of last season. We're going to try and step him up to 3 miles this season and see how he manages that, because certainly it produced an extra level of form with his elder brother Elvis Mail, who started off as an out-and-out 2-miler, and he, I think, ran his best race last season over 2.5. I mean, he was second in the Moor Battle the season before last, so you think of him as a 2-miler, but when they get a bit older, sometimes just if they get to travel in their races, they can travel a bit easier. It just fills them up with confidence a bit, and if they then stay, you can find a new level with them. So that's the plan with him. Whether it works or not, we'll find out.
Yeah. He's a bit of a character as well, isn't he?
Yeah, cheeky. He'd bite and kick if he gets the chance in his box. This is Kit's horse, Coconut Splash. He was a nice horse for Evan Williams.
Oh yeah, in the Rucker family colours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He just he was a classic victim. He's only won one race in his life. Classic victim of a handicapping system, not allowing a good horse to win races and win money, because he was second in the maiden hurdle at Wetherby, and I think was given an opening mark of 132.
Okay.
And he did get to it. I mean, it was justified, and he got to about 138. But he only, as I said, he only won one race. I think he just won a maiden hurdle. That was all.
Yeah.
Anyway, we bought him a year ago, and Kit bought him, and he just had a tweaked tendon last September. So
How old is he now?
He's 10 now, but
Okay, yeah.
I still think he's going to come back. I think he should come back about 110 or something, 112 maybe,
Yeah.
having been at 140.
Yeah, yeah.
So could be
He's
low
well in.
mileage. We'll be hoping anyway.
Yeah. And will he just
But
go
he's
into handicaps or?
absolute classic example of the way our system is designed not to reward the better horses.
Yeah. Puts a bit of a limit on where you can go and what you can do.
I know. I mean, and he ran against Grade 1 horses in novice chases and stuff, and he just wasn't quite good enough.
How did you come on Bruce Lynn as a jockey? Like, is he your stable jockey?
Yeah.
Out and out, he rides for you before anybody else.
Yeah, he's very much part of the team. He doesn't ride everything in terms of being a stable jockey. There's some horses that other people ride for various reasons, but he's come on incredibly over the last 3 years. He's a very good rider now, I think. Doesn't get a lot of outside rides, but that'll come for him, I think. He was with Ian Jardine. Funnily enough, him and Dom Hislop, our conditioner, were both with Ian, and they both recognised that they were good lads that deserved, they're more flat focused,
Yeah.
and if they wanted to make a go of it as a jumps jockey, they'd be better to go somewhere else, and they both were sort of recommended to come here.
Yeah.
And they're both great doms. Just ridden a couple of winners, but he's a great asset to the team, and he'll get plenty of opportunities this season.
What's his claim like?
He's 10, claims
10
10
still,
for
okay,
us
yeah.
now, so must be interesting going around so many yards, but I think horses just thrive on routine. You know, these horses, they're all capable of behaving badly.
Yeah.
But if you've got them in,
This is
if
the
they're in
most
their-
like routine yard I've seen though. It's
Yeah.
excellent for that.
if
All the horses just look dead chilled out.
yeah, they just, to me, if they're in the comfort zone, they're relaxed, and you know, you feed them exactly the same time every day.
Yeah.
They don't go out at the same time every day. They go out at different lots, but their routine is the same. They all come in here and warm up every day. It just gives you a chance to check that they're sound, and just check that apart from moving like they normally move, that their disposition is the same as it would normally be, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We do a couple of these horses that's burning it up. He was second at Perth in April. He's running there on Thursday. And Arctic Man, he was second at Perth 2 weeks ago and runs again there on Thursday. 2 days ahead of the race, what they're going to do is they're just going to stay in here and do some dressage, and then have one little short canter after that. We just find it's good to get them bending and using themselves, and we're good in that. A lot of our riders have got plenty of experience doing eventing and stuff like that, so I very much like to mix that into their work, particularly when you're just trying to get them ready, freshen them up for a race without them, you know, they've still got to do plenty of exercise.
It's a bit like yoga and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So those guys have peeled off to that gallop. These guys are staying on this gallop. This is Unrace Horse Could Take You to the Island, Lancelot Des, Madam Bluebell, Just an Artist, an Arctic Man who runs on Thursday, as I said, and burning it up. And Anamanda, she runs tomorrow. She gets a little bit of a different pre-race routine because she can get a bit too free on the carpet gallop. So with her pre-race, she just goes on the hill gallop. Won't do too much, but that's why she's back here despite running tomorrow. This is Leicester Mail, so he hopefully starting a hurdle, probably at Kelso for late October. Probably start him over 2.
Was it a surprise he won a bumper, or was he
It
showing
wasn't the
plenty
greatest
early?
bumper he won, but he did show nice progress. Between his second, you know, from his first run, his second run, and then his third run he won. So he progressed very nicely, and he had to he had to tough it out to win. And I think, you know, he should have a good career ahead of him. I mean, he's only 4, isn't he? Yeah, he's just 4. So, but he's strengthened up a lot this year. He's very weak behind, but he's strengthened up, and he's still not got the best hind leg conformation, obviously, which is why we were able to buy him as a full brother to a 148 rated horse. We'd never been able to buy him if he had been correct. But we were delighted to get him, actually. Horse in third's a young Irish pointer, second last time out, an Irish pointer in May, called the G Wizard, by order of St George, who's proving to be probably the most up and coming of the Irish, of the Coolmore Irish national stallions anyway. Very popular at the sales, and he's a nice horse. He you know, run that. There was plenty of runners in the race, and run it another day, and he might have won it. Just quite lightly made, should come to hand pretty quickly, I would think. Horse in second's Aussie Cosmo, who's been, again, a slight victim of our system, whereby he won a novice hurdle first time out for us. He then fell in his next 2 novice hurdles, and then is left to go handicapping, having completed 1 race in his life. And it just hasn't really worked for him. But he's plenty of ability.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping maybe he's now more realistically handicapped and he's got that more experience. We've tried chasing with him. We might just start him back over hurdles because he's still young enough for a big horse.
Yeah. He looks a strong.
Yeah, he's
horse.
great big powerful horse. One at the back is called Not the Chablis, who's a pointer. We're always trying to have 1 pointer in the yard for the one of the team to ride, basically. He's looking pretty keen there, actually.
Yeah.
He's meant to be the sort of, we also tend to just put any old rider on him to try to give some of the younger riders.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's a bit of a handful there. He'll be stopping at the end of this lap. The others will be going on, I think, another lap, if she can get stopped. But no, he's having a lot of fun.
He's won all sorts of races. Named after wine.
Oh, he's called Not the Chablis. His naming story is good. So he was bought by a syndicate of Nicky Henderson's employees. One of them being Toby Laws, who's now my son-in-law, they had a little syndicate to buy him, and he won a bumper for them in Ireland. Anyway, they called him Not the Chablis because when Nicky had one of the big racing syndicates in, he was giving them some wine, and he sent his assistants out, go and get the wine out for them, and they suddenly remembered that they get the cheap stuff, so he bawled across the yard, Not the Chablis. So they go, oh golly, yeah, sorry, it's the it's the $4.99 Pinot Grigio for them. He looked quite keen.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Kiwi girl. She's going to go novice chasing this season. A lovely first season. She won a point-to-point, came here just over a year ago, placed in all of her starts, placed in a listed race at Haydock, and then won very easily on her last start over hurdles at Ayr. Then the ground went, so she didn't run again. So novice chasing now, hopefully.
Yeah, top prospect. Yeah, this is Gillimer Store. Just a bit of a classic case of chasing off his highest hurdle mark, and he just wasn't going to, lost his confidence chasing first time round, then had a bit of leg trouble, was off, so came back last season, good second his first 2 starts, back up the handicap, tried chasing again, didn't seem to want to know about it, so back hurdling now. And he should be a nice staying hurdler on soft ground. Again, the ground went for him in the spring. He ran a couple of slightly moderate hurdle races, I think, in the spring, but it weren't his conditions. Yeah. Wait till it's soft. Okay. He won't come out until it's proper soft ground, and he should be a nice staying hurdler. Yeah. This is Bellamigo. He runs at Perth tomorrow. Back up and trip. He won with a double penalty at Carlisle over 2.5. And the novice, we then ran him a handicap back to 2 miles. Still ran pretty well, was only beaten 6 lengths, although they finished 6th. Yeah. Back up to 2.5 tomorrow. It looks a competitive race for a horse that's having his first run back. Probably be a little bit rusty to show his very best, but hopefully 2.5. He's quite a small horse, but we bought him out of a claiming chase in France, so maybe go chasing with him. But does he like good ground?
I think it was good enough ground there. Yeah, I don't think he wants it too deep. he ran. He was really disappointing his first couple of starts for us, but then we did his wind and completely changed him. So, and we started going right-handed. So I think it was his wind rather than going right-handed. But he'll stick right-handed for the time being. Probably, hopefully go back to Carlisle with him.